I begin by reclaiming a narrow, neglected strip beside the house, overgrown and uneven. After clearing away the weeds and debris, I level the ground to create a clean foundation. A layer of black landscape fabric goes down, quietly preventing future growth from breaking through. I place circular frames across the space, filling them with smooth white stones that stand out against the darker base. Around them, gray gravel is spread evenly, tying the layout together. Finally, I add bright red potted flowers, introducing a sharp contrast that brings the entire side yard to life. Next, I step into a backyard overtaken by tall, brittle weeds, where the space feels closed off and forgotten. I clear everything away, working back to a bare stretch of soil that opens new possibilities. Using large white river rocks, I trace a gentle S-shaped path that guides the eye and movement through the yard. The path is filled with soft gray gravel and anchored with natural stone pavers, giving it both texture and stability. Along its edges, I plant clusters of purple and yellow flowers, adding depth and color. A simple wooden bench settles beneath the trees, while placing blooms soften the space above, shaping a quiet hidden garden. I move to a front entrance that is overgrown with unruly grass and weeds. I use a torch to safely clear away the unwanted vegetation before raking the area clean. I lay down a grid of large, modern rectangular pavers, surrounding them with a border of smooth river rocks. Dark mulch is spread on either side to provide a high-contrast background for some architectural plants and large decorative boulders. The result is a clean, contemporary look that really pops against the house. I hope that you will like this work. I take on a wide, overgrown backyard. After clearing the brush and leveling the soil, I introduce a long brick walkway laid in a refined herringbone pattern, giving the space direction and rhythm. Along one side, raised wooden garden beds bring structure and purpose, while the other is edged with dark mulch and clean stone borders for contrast. I layer in shrubs and perennials, letting texture and color gradually settle into place. At the end of the path, a simple wooden bench creates a quiet local point. In a more rustic space near the porch, I clear a long stretch of overgrown grass, opening it up for something more purposeful. Instead of focusing on decoration, I turn the area into a place of growth. I lay down cardboard as a natural barrier to block weeds, then open small spaces for planting and cover everything with fresh soil. With steady watering and time, the patch begins to change. Vines spread outward, filling the ground with green, until the space becomes a thriving watermelon bed, heavy with large, striped fruit ready to be gathered. Why don't you give it a try, my friends? Finally, I turn to a modest strip of grass running along the fence. I shape a deep, curved edge that softens the line and gives the bed a more intentional form. A layer of landscape fabric is laid down, then secured with a neat stone brick border to hold everything in place. I spread rich, dark mulch across the surface, creating contrast and depth. Into this, I plant dense clusters of petunias and marigolds, letting color gather and flow. The space settles into a bright, continuous garden.